so I'm gonna do some work and then we'll come back. Now look under here, under my trellis. I have a vining black-eyed Susan and another morning glory growing under the trellis. So obviously seeds fell from down here. There's also a morning glory in my ginger patch. I'm debating on whether to leave that or not. Oh, y'all look. This is my ginger starting to grow, starting to get leaves. I am so excited about this. As you can see, I'm very glistening because I've been working out here for a few hours because it's been a few days since I've been out. That's my mantra. So I just got done watering the garden and tidying up a smidge because, you know, when you go out to the garden, it's not that I care about it being clean or anything, but I can't find anything if I don't put things kind of back in a localized area. But that's neither here nor there. Before I head on in to do my work, let's document what I did today. First of all, can we say cute? This is a sign that I got at the dollar store. Because it was Easter time, they had lots of carrots and bunny stuff out. So I snatched a sign. I know it's not gonna last that long, but it's still kind of cute. Carrot patch, pick your own. That's kind of cool. I also covered up my mustard greens in hopes to help to keep the leaf miners off of them. The leaf miners have already invaded, but I decided I can just do what I can do. And what I did was I took some ladder mesh and put it over these two because, you know, it's really easy to install. And I have like a whole, I think it's called a skein of, I'm probably saying it wrong, of a tool. So I put the tool on here. So we're gonna see if that helps them to not eat my leaves because I want to eat my leaves. I also planted my loofah plants because they were starting to get some big roots and I know they are ready to go. And loofah, according to my research, doesn't like to be transplanted, but we're gonna see what happens. So I planted 3 loofahs to go up on this trellis. I have these planters on the side of the trellis. I'm not gonna take them off. My thought was to take them off. I think I'm gonna leave them on and see how the loofahs kind of traverse upwards. So I hope they're gonna get enough light. Right now it is around maybe 10:30 in the morning. And you can see they're not getting any direct sunlight. So that might stunt their growth some, but that's just the story of my whole garden. I also moved the salvia. I changed things up just a little bit and I put the salvia on these old chairs that I had sitting out in my yard. And I like that much better because y'all have to look too far down at my plants. And the salvias are very beautiful. So I wanted to kind of pick them up a little bit. I harvested some beans and there's some more beans that they probably could have came off today, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and I will pick some more of those. And here is the other salvia plant. And again, now I can really see up underneath the salvia plant and how it's doing. That is up and I like that a lot. Another thing I did was I worked just a smidge, and I do mean a smidge, on my irrigation system that I'm putting in. And I have a few plants that are being watered by the irrigation system, but only a few. And so I've been working on that as well. These 3 containers all are on the irrigation system, and I tested what I have installed this morning. They are getting water and everything is flowing good, so I'm gonna see how they do. I don't have the irrigation system on a timer just yet, but I just want to kind of test things. You always got to be testing things in the garden and make sure things don't blow out and kill your plants. I am just picking up the rest of the items that I have left out here, and it's time for me to go ahead and retire into my house. So I'll see you all on the next clip. Good morning, my fellow garden tool. It's a beautiful morning. It's kind of midday now because I had to run out here to the garden and just do a few things, and then I had to go do some chores for my mom this morning. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much more this morning. Let me tell you, I've been working on my my irrigation system, And it sounds like I'm doing a lot of work on it, but I'm not. Like in my mind, I'm like, I'm just gonna work on this section, and I'll work on it for like 10 minutes, and then I'm done, because I'm kind of working on it in between things. I'm finding it's pretty easy as long as I have the pieces that I need. So I'm definitely almost at a standstill now because I've run out of pieces. Now, I think once I got going on it, then I was able to really figure things out, because I'm like, oh yeah, now I got it. So it's pretty easy to put it in. I just gotta finish the job and get the pieces that I need. So now I have to go do some work, but before I do that, I'm just gonna show you a smidge of what I've done today. Today what I did was I put some blood meal, I put some worm castings, and also some mushroom compost. I put all that around the strawberry plants so I can refresh it, and I just watered it in. So I put everything on top. I pulled the mulch back. I'll put everything on top, and then I just watered everything in and made sure everything was cleansed. And one important thing that I made sure to do as well was to make sure that I did not bury the crowns, because I don't want to kill the plants, because they actually look really healthy. The strawberries just don't taste good. Well, the one strawberry I had, and I think that's because I just let it grow wild basically, and I didn't refresh the soil. So I made sure to do that, and y'all, that's the only thing I got to do today. Besides my 10-minute of irrigation system work. So I'll probably be back out here a little bit later on today. So I'll see you all on the next clip. Look, y'all. We got ladybug action. Y'all see that ladybug? I don't want it to fly away. Eat aphids. Eat aphids, ladybug. Y'all, I done caught a raptor. I'll let him out in a little while. Poor dummy. Right now, this is what the garden looks like when you walk in. What I did was I moved my workstation away from the AC unit, which I'm surprised is not on, and I moved it over here. And the reason why I didn't have anything here is because water comes down off this roof right at this edge. However, as long as I am keeping an eye on the weather, I can move my plant babies out, and it doesn't matter if water runs on this table, because it's just a work table. And then I did move the lantana over to this side because I wanted to kind of hide that whole work table thing and just see the nice plants in the beautiful solo cups. And then that freed up this side over here. And I don't want to block the AC unit because, yes, y'all, I have a granddaddy AC unit, and it's humongous. But I always pretty much have the view covered, but it still gets good ventilation. So now I can put some plants on here, so I have even more space to plant stuff. So I came out here this morning to take a peek at the garden, and there's really no changes. I checked the string beans to see if there was any to pick. And there was some that I could pick, but I decided to just kind of leave it. But y'all, let me show y'all what I found when I came out here. This, actually, it's a little bit better than what I found it. This whole thing was just like, it was kind of like that when I found it. And these are my strawberries, you all. And I took a peek inside. Whatever came in here, look, it ripped the tool here on this side. Look at that. Got big old holes on that side. So I don't think it was something trying to get in. I think maybe something somehow, because this tool was kind of from last year, it was out here, and it's a little rough. So I think something kind of ripped it and got in, and then just kind of was like a bull in a china shop and just tore its way out. So I was like, what? So the strawberries that are on here are still here. They're looking okay. But whatever was in here, I could tell it just like trampled stuff down. Things kind of bounced back a little bit already, but I could tell it kind of trampled things down. So this is what I think happened. So what I think had happened was, again, I think something was like, I'm gonna climb up this tool, and it ripped. And then they fell in, and then they were like, oh shit, oh shit, let me out, let me out. And they just trampled everything in and ripped the place up. That's what I think happened. And then they got out and they went home. And they left the party without cleaning up. Jerks. And I also think the smell attracted them, because I actually fertilized this bed yesterday. I don't think I recorded a garden diary for yesterday, but if and I did, I probably told you already. I put some blood meal, some compost, and some earthworm castings. And y'all, that's like a recipe for the flies to come in hot. Maybe something smelled the stank and it decided it was going to hit the strawberry bed or make the strawberry bed their pee-pee bed. I don't know. I don't know what kind of animal it is. I was talking to one of my friends, and we kind of think it might have been an interloper. And if you're new to my channel, the interlopers are the squirrels. Yeah, little bastards. We think the interloper, there was an interloper in here. I don't see no footprints, but I'm not good at squirrel tracking. So I don't know what a squirrel footprint would look like. I don't know. So that's what I found. So it's been a windy day, and my carrot sign blew over. That little piece of string actually ripped, so I just need to put a better string on here, and then I'll be hanging this back up over the Bugs Bunny patch. Look at that ginger. Beautiful. And look at that interloper in my ginger patch. I'm gonna leave it. I know it's noisy in this part of the garden. Y'all got my spider stick, because, you know, spider webs be popping up everywhere now. But I want to show y'all something else. So I had to get away from the air conditioning unit because it was just too loud. But y'all, this is a cherry tomato that I put in 3.2, and today I think is 3.20. So it's like a month and a half, and see the growth on that? I don't want to throw this plant out. I had to quarantine him because y'all, look at the leaf miners. They went crazy. I also didn't want to take too many leaves off, because if I do that, I don't know. They say that the leaf miners don't harm your plant, but come on, y'all. Come on. I also discovered there is another tomato plant in here, which I didn't see. So that's pretty nifty. But it's going to take a long time for them to get as tall as that one. But y'all, that's what I'm dealing with already. It's not even hot. Actually, today is a pretty cool day. I got like some armbands on, so my arms won't be too cold. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. And I got my spider stick. So, but other than that, nothing else has been going on. I quarantined this guy. I don't think it makes a difference. I don't know. I squished all the leaves on here, so there shouldn't be any alive leaf miners, but I don't know that either. I just don't know. I get so excited when I see things starting to grow. Now, I don't know, but I think that's my chives coming up. It could be just grass. I don't know. I get so excited when I see little bumps coming up. We shall see. Now look at that beautiful geranium. He was like nothing. I built him from nothing. And also another thing that makes me excited, well, y'all look at that. Another raptor. But what makes me excited is seeing the vining mandevilla go up from here all the way up here. Y'all, that raptor didn't even move. Look at him. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Those raptors, they think they own the place, but they just don't know. I let them live here. They need to be eating them freaking flies that are laying their larvae on my plants. They're not doing a good job. They might get evicted. Oh, look. They are blooming, but look at this. Can y'all see that? They're getting ready to start blooming also. These are the pink miniature roses. I'm so glad I got those. They bring me joy, like Marie Kondo says. They bring me joy when I come out into the garden. I just want to like get a cup of coffee and just sit here and drink, but it is about 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's probably not a good idea because I'll be up all night long. And I won't be able to get up and do some work in the garden. So I am going to retire for the evening. I'm not even going to worry about that strawberry plant tonight. We shall see what happens. We're going to see if the interloper enters again. He got some big holes he can get through because I'm not fixing it until tomorrow. Sometimes you just got to let things go. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, looks like it's going to be a bright day today. It's supposed to be overcast. I'm only going to be out here for a few hours, but I already know kind of what I want to do. I'm going to plant some of my okra, and also I think I'm going to replant some of the sunflowers that I have growing. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what I can get to, and maybe one tomato plant, and maybe work on the irrigation system. Y'all, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? That's why I need to get going, because I only have a little bit of time to get that done. So let's get on it. So first thing first, I can't do anything without processing dirt. So this is like my dirt processing station. I'm about to put my okras in, but I wanted to give you all a little bit of a sneak peek as to where I'm growing my okras, because I know if y'all been watching the garden tours and you've seen the layout here, you're probably wondering, where the hell are you going to grow okra? Well, I did grow okra last year, and I did it in 5-gallon buckets, but I also did it in another area that doesn't show on any of my videos, and I'm going to show you where. So this is my Jack and the Beanstalk patch, and down here in these bricks, this is where I will be growing my okra for this year. Well, part of the okra. I actually have some in bricks already, so let me show you. So in this area next to my vining mandevilla, down here on the ground, I have this one cinder block. And these cinder blocks were actually put in for structure and not for growing. But I was like, you know what? We got holes that we can grow in. I thought that I could grow some okra here. And let me tell you, the okra grew higher than me. Just in here, I was very surprised. They looked like trees when they got finished. So we're gonna try it again this year and see how it works out. So of course I already started some seedlings, and I'm gonna go ahead and plant these. I did amend the dirt that was in these bricks, and let me go ahead and plant these and then I'll tell you about it. All right, okay, so these are all planted in and mulched. I just need to do some watering, and those are ready to grow. Once again, I've spent way too much time out in the garden. But I'm okay with that. Now, I just wanted to give you a smidge of what I did and some observations that I made this morning as well. And then I'm gonna wrap up the garden diaries for this week. So let's look and see what I had did today. So here on, this is my Eden trellis here. At the bottom in these cinder blocks or cement blocks, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I think I should like paint these blocks and make them pretty. I never thought about that. I'm just giving myself some extra to do. But I put a okra here. That was already there. That's a volunteer basil. Actually 2 plants there. And I refreshed it with some fertilizer. And I also put a sunflower here and then another okra plant there. Over here in the Jack and the Beanstalk patch, I put all okras here in my cement blocks. And one thing I noticed, y'all look at this. I know y'all can't see it from here, but this second bean plant here is the harvester bean plant, and it is growing straight up. And I'm wondering if it's a bush bean, but I almost think that bean might be a pole bean. I'm gonna have to check the packet out. I also harvested some more beans off of these, but they're just loaded right now, which is very promising. We also have some more flowers coming on. And look at these beans. They'll be coming off tomorrow. And there's lots of beautiful messmaker damage. I've squished these to death, so I'm doing what I can. I just noticed I gotta watch out for these Armenian cucumbers. Look, they're getting ready to reach over here to my stevia plants. Uh-oh, they're growing. And also my New Zealand spinach is growing really well too. I also replanted another tomato plant, and it has a volunteer basil in it, which is probably the basil Genovese, and a marigold plant. I almost forgot it's a marigold plant. And over here on the healthy heat master plant, I have some more tomatoes. I just noticed that today. Yeah, look at those little babies. I always celebrate when the babies come out. It makes me so happy. I need some of those cigars, you know, the ones that people used to put in their pockets, like with the blue and the pink. I need some of those, so when my little babies pop out, I can give somebody maybe a candy cigar. I know y'all wanted to see these flowers like I did. These are the miniature red roses, and they are looking very, very lovely. Look at these marigolds, so pretty. I'm gonna have to save some of these seeds because I don't have any other marigold seeds that are this color. Now this is one of my morning glories, and I'm thinking maybe, I don't think I'm getting flowers on it yet. Never mind. In front of the tomato tunnel, I planted in the cinder blocks as well, and I planted things really deep. So this is kind of maybe a mistake, but more like an experiment. And we're gonna see how these come out. So we got okra here, we have a sunflower, and we have another sunflower, and then an okra plant there. Now let's keep our fingers crossed. I believe I already showed these two right here. These are two that I planted yesterday, and those are okra plants, burgundy okra plants as well. And we're in front of my air conditioning unit, so it's just noisy. I planted one zinnia in here. I feel like I could have put more than one zinnia, but y'all, I'm giving my plants some space to grow this year. Last year, I went companion planting crazy, and I planted a lot of things in the same pots and just too much of everything. So this year, I'm giving everything a lot of space. And because I've been so creative with the way that I've done the garden, which I'm going to talk about on a future video, I've been able to really put a lot in this garden, and it still has a really good airflow in it, and everything is pretty happy at this moment. And the operative word is at this moment. Lastly, I planted this wayward marigold plant that I got from the clearance rack. It's just kind of been sitting around, and it really needed to be potted. So I went ahead and I put it in one of these beautiful pots that I got from the dollar store. Now my lantana doesn't have any blooms in it now. It bloomed out, so I cut all the little berry things off, and we're gonna see if it blooms out again. All right, time to end these garden diaries for today, but I'll see you all, my garden tools, on the next video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your best comments. All right, See you all in the next video. Bye.